Once upon a time, in the heart of a flourishing village called Umukoro, there lived a lady whose beauty shone like the sun in its prime. Her name was Nnenna, and from the moment she blossomed into womanhood, her grace became the talk of the entire village. Her eyes sparkled like stars against the night sky, and her smile could melt the heart of the coldest warrior. Every man in the village, and even from distant lands, desired to make her his wife. Men of all kinds came to her father's compound, offering gifts, sweet words, and promises of a lifetime of happiness.
Welcome to VC's True Life Stories and African Folk Tales. Pick up your popcorn, let's learn and enjoy this story together. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting and educative videos. Thank you.
Nnenna was overwhelmed. Though she was grateful for the attention, it soon became a burden. For no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't make up her mind. She wanted a man of good character, one who was wise, kind, and strong in heart. But with so many men coming to her possess these qualities, it was as if the heavens themselves had dropped a sea of suitors at her feet. One day, in her confusion, Nnenna decided to go on dates with 10 of the suitors. Each man had something unique about him. Okochukwu was wealthy beyond imagination, owning lands that stretched farther than the eye could see. Ibuka was known for his humor and charm, able to make anyone laugh with ease. Chike, the hunter, had an unmatched strength, while Ifeanyi was gentle and kind-hearted, caring for the sick and weak in the village. There was also Kelechi, a man of intellect, who could solve riddles that left others scratching their heads. All the men seemed perfect in their way, each a reflection of a different quality she desired in a husband. The dates, however, only deepened her confusion. Each man, in his own way, appeared to be everything she wanted. Okochukwu amazed her with his wealth, taking her to places she had never imagined. Chike showed her his hunting abilities, bringing down a great antelope with ease. Ifeanyi's gentle nature left her heart warm, while Ibuka's humor kept her constantly laughing. Kelechi shared stories of faraway lands and the wisdom of ancient kings, making her mind race with wonder. As days turned into weeks, Nnenna was more confused than ever. The more time she spent with them, the harder it became to choose. Each man had a quality she wanted, and each seemed perfect. But deep down, she felt something was missing, an inner peace that would tell her who was truly meant for her. One night, after a long day spent in contemplation, Nnenna knelt by her bedside and prayed. "Dear God," she whispered, her voice trembling with sincerity. "Please guide me. I am lost, and I do not know who to choose. Show me the way, for I seek not just a husband, but the man who will forever make me complete." For a while, there was no answer. Days passed, and Nnenna began to feel as though her prayers had gone unheard. But she did not lose hope. Slowly, something strange began to happen. One by one, the suitors began to drift away. Okochukwu, the wealthy man, suddenly found himself entangled in his businesses, unable to dedicate time to Nnenna. Chike, the mighty hunter, was called away to serve the king, and Kelechi became consumed with his studies, leaving him little time for relationship. Even Ibuka, whose jokes once brought her so much joy, began to seem distant. It was as though the men were being pulled away by forces beyond their control. Soon, only one man remained, Amodi, a humble farmer. He had been the least noticeable among the suitors, often standing at the back during gatherings and speaking only when spoken to. While the other men amazed Nnenna with grand gestures, Amodi quietly observed, offering her simple, heartfelt gifts, a basket of freshly harvested yams, or a cup of cool palm wine on a hot day. Though he was not as wealthy, strong, or charming as the others, there was a calmness about him that Nnenna found comforting. As time passed, Nnenna began to see what she hadn't noticed before. Amodi was patient, kind, and never demanded too much of her attention. He spoke with wisdom, even in his simplicity, and his love for her was steady, like a river that never runs dry. The more she spent time with him, the more she realized that he was the man she had prayed for all along. She decided to give him a try, and her parents supported her. They never wanted to interfere with their daughter's choice of man, they only wanted her to make the right choice for her and get their blessings. Everyone in the village who once saw her as a selective lady, suddenly wondered how she decided to settle for a nobody, different potential men every lady would dream to settle down with came, and she decided to settle for a mere farmer. That was what one of the village maidens asked. Nnenna, however, ignored them and continued with her marriage preparation. She knew that she wanted more than wealth and influence. Amadi had all she wanted, and as a hardworking man, they can build to anything they want to be. Nnenna and Amadi were married in a grand ceremony, though it was not the wealth of the event that people remembered, but the genuine love between the two. The first few months were filled with love and care. She would follow Amadi to farm, they would work, cook, eat and rest in the farm. Nnenna saw farming as a great accomplishment. She believed that her husband is not just feeding his family alone, but will one day feed the nation. In their first year of marriage, Amadi's farm produced the highest produce and income he has ever gotten in his many years of being a farmer. Amadi was happy, and he was thankful to Nnenna because her presence brought growth to him. She didn't just relax at home like how many new wives in the village usually do. Instead, she helped him in his farm, helping him to farm larger farms than his usual strength could carry. Her husband's results in just 1 year made Nnenna the happiest woman on earth. In 1 year of marriage, Amadi treated her every day like a newly married wife. And now, he grew so big right in her eyes. Amadi's love, care and growth made her a complete woman. One evening, when Amadi returned from the market, Nnenna broke the news to him that she was pregnant. Amadi couldn't contain his joy. He hugged his wife with love, reminiscing how God has blessed him with a beautiful wife, increase in his career and now a pregnancy in just 1 year. The past few months were filled with love in their home. Even when Nnenna would want to follow him to the farm or market, Amadi would refuse. He took care of her with so much admiration. And Nnenna admired his strength. She sometimes followed him to the farm with her heavy pregnancy. She felt it was a means for her to exercise her body. After 9 months of a blissful pregnancy journey, Nnenna gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. Amadi saw himself as a complete man. Nnenna's parents were happy for the couple, helping in any way they could. As the years passed, Nnenna realized that she had indeed made the right choice. Amadi, though once seen as the least, became her greatest blessing. He daily cherished her, supported her dreams, and together they built a life of peace and happiness. She realized that Amadi was a prayer answered, and that God always answers prayers. Although it might feel like he is silent, but, behind the scenes he is doing something great to lead his children to a perfect and expected end. She also realized that a man who is at his lowest phase today will be at the top at the right time of his life, and that no career is too bad for the honor. Even the villagers who advised her to choose power and wealth over care now admire and envied her. Amadi became the first farmer in the village to import foodstuffs to different states in the country and overseas. He became so big and was invited by the high and mighty to grace their occasions and inspire other farmers who felt farming is a low-end life. Amadi didn't just supply farm produce to local manufacturers who made foodstuffs cheaper for everyone, but also fulfilled his wife's dream of feeding the nation, not just his family. Fulfilling Nnenna's dream became easier when he employed workers to help him in different farming departments and also bought equipment that will make farming easy for him and his workers. Nnenna didn't only marry a humble farmer, but also married a wealthy, powerful, caring and influential man. Everything she admired in every man that left her before choosing Amadi, all came running to her and her husband in their due time. And so, Nnenna's story became a testament to the power of prayer and patience. As she grew old, the village children would often gather around her, begging to hear the tale of how she found her true love. And with a smile, she would say, "The man who is meant for you may not always be the most shining one. But with faith and time, the heart will see what the eyes often cannot see." Nnenna and Amadi lived happily ever after, their love growing stronger with each passing day. And the village remembered her story for generations, a reminder that true love is not always found in the brightest star, but in the one who stands quietly by, waiting to be seen. Don't forget to drop your lessons and contributions in the comment section. Like and subscribe for more interesting and educating stories like this. Thank you.